Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it hit close to home because me and Tax became close. And like that whole year between the shooting and his arrest, we were hanging out. I saw him in Cali. We rolled around. We did multiple interviews. Um, it's a horrible, horrible situation. And I remember right when the trial was about to start, Taxstone wanted to do an interview with me. And I just, I spoke to his lawyer and we both agreed that it was just a bad idea. And I had to tell him no. And he was kind of mad at me at the time, but I'm like, listen, I don't want to be the person that ultimately affects your trial in terms of you speaking about it as it's happening. If you want to go with someone else, I can't stop you. But me personally, I don't want to do it. And, we haven't really spoken since. I don't know if he's still upset at me. And, it's an ugly situation. I think I remember right around that, in between the shooting and the trial, I think Troy Ave was on the Breakfast Club, but you weren't actually there. And was that a situation because of your relationship with Tax that you didn't want to put yourself in the middle of that?
Well, I interviewed Troy once after that situation happened. But yeah. I think people forget, the first time he came to Breakfast Club, the brother Banga's family was upset. I don't think people remember that, like I do, because we were getting those calls, and they were directing that energy towards us, the Breakfast Club, and they were just upset that he was on the show, and I guess the things he was saying about Banga, which I mean, by the way, which we can understand, right? You can understand the trauma that family was dealing with, right? So I don't know what the situation is between the family and Troy. I just know that when I saw that the family was upset, it made me take a step back. It made me take a step back, and I did feel like I might have been a little too close to the situation because of the relationship I have with Taxstone, right? So it's just like, I think for me as a journalist, and I know people they don't look at all of us as journalists, but if you're gonna have some type of journalistic integrity, yeah, you should take a step back from situations where you might have, an obvious bias maybe or something. You know what I mean? I think that's the fair thing to do. And once again, I think that's very fair to Troy, I think. And I think that's, at least just for me, morally, when I saw that the family was upset, I'm like, look, man, I can't tell y'all who to interview, right? I can't tell Envy and Angela who to interview. I just know that, I think I should remove myself from the situation. And it wasn't like every time he came to Breakfast Club, I was purposely not there. Like I think it was like twice I really had something to do. Like if you go look at that week, I might have missed like 3 or 4 interviews, from that week. But, now that everything's, I guess, cleared up, smoothed over, you might see that conversation happen.